Welcome to Tufting 101, my 4-part video series where I'm going to try and teach you everything you need to know to get started tufting. Today, we're talking money. I'm going to cover how much it costs to get started with this hobby, how much it costs to continue with this hobby on like a per rug expenses, the time it takes to make a rug because time is money, and finally at the end of the video, I'm going to talk about business opportunities and branding opportunities if you're looking to sell your rugs or just grow your business. Today's video is just one of a 4-part series. In the other 3, I'll talk about the equipment you need to tuft a rug, the materials you need, and the techniques you need to know. But today, we're talking all things money. Let's do this. Alright, first off, let's talk the initial investment you're going to have to make to get started. Largely, this is going to depend on the kind of gun you get. In the Equipment Tufting 101 video, I list the 3 most popular entry-level guns, AK-1, AK-2, and the ZQ-2. The AK-1 and the AK-2 are about $275. The ZQ-2 is $475. You'll also need a tufting frame. If you build your own, that can be done for $5 to $10. And if you buy one online, that'll be more like $30. Also, perhaps you'll have to buy scissors. You can get a nice pair of scissors for $15. So I'm gonna simplify down all these numbers. The initial equipment investment you're gonna have to make to get started tufting is about $300 to $500. Next, let's talk about the running costs. Calculating how much it's going to cost you to continue tufting is a little bit more difficult for me to do, just because it's really hard to tell how much yarn I use on each rug or how much glue I use on each rug. But I'm going to give it my best shot to give you an accurate estimate on how much per rug you can expect to be spending, both on the low end and on the high end. All of these numbers are for my 2-foot rugs that I've been making. These rugs are approximately 4 square feet. So after I add up all these numbers, we'll divide it by 4, and that'll be a rough estimate of how much it costs per square foot of rug that you tuft. So then you can apply it to whatever size rugs you hope to be tufting. All right, it's list time. We're starting off with primary fabric. The low end for primary fabric, if you're buying burlap, about $4 per yard. The high end, if you're buying tufting monk's cloth, $30 to $40 per yard. The secondary fabric or the backing, the low end is about $1 to $10. If you're using the painter's drop cloth method I mentioned in the Materials Tufting 101, that's how you're gonna get it as low as about $1 or $2 per rug. And for the high end of the secondary fabric, I have it down as $10 to $30. $10 is going to be like a thicker felt backing, where $30 is going to be more specialized, like a non-slip felt sort of deal. For the yarn, the low end, if you're shopping acrylic yarn, about $5 to $10 per rug. The high end for wool or cotton yarn, more like $8 to $12 per rug. The glue, I've got them both low and high end down for $2. The glue isn't that big of an expense. If you're going to be putting it on clothing, for example, you're going to need a different glue, and that might push that high end number a little higher. All right, time to add them all up. The low end for cheap rugs, I found the range to be about $12 to $25, and the high end for these 4 square foot rugs, more like $50 to $75. So if we're doing a per square foot estimate, I have rounded these numbers because none of this is too precise, but the low end is looking like $3 to $6 per square foot of rug, where the high end is more like $12 to $19 per square foot of rug. All right, next up, we're talking how much time you're gonna have to spend to make one of these, because time is money. Again, this is for the 2x2 rugs that I've been making. I probably spend about 2 to 3 hours actually tufting the rug, another hour applying the backing, and if you're doing a waterfall binding, 30 minutes, and if you're gonna do a whip stitch backing, that's another 3 to 4 hours. So all things considered, for one of these small rugs, about 3 to 6 hours, which when heavily simplified, approximately will leave you with an hour per square foot of rug. All right, moving on to the section I'm most excited about, talking about business and branding opportunities with these custom rugs. To put it simply, I believe there is both terrific business opportunities here and terrific branding opportunities as well. I'm going to break them both down. Let's start with talking about the business opportunities. If you're looking to sell these rugs, whether to pay off the expenses to get started, or you want to start a whole operation, I'm thinking for all of those people, there is a terrific opportunity for you. I've been selling things through my business Flavor World, like clothings and paintings, for a few years now, and never have I seen even nearly as much excitement than I have with these rugs. People want them, people love them, and I mean, I understand why. I also fell in love with tufting.
I absolutely love this. I love this so much. I could do this all my life.
I love this. I love this. I love it. I love it. I love it. It does cost a good bit of money to make each rug, as I just listed, but profiting off these on a per rug basis should be no problem. Based on the numbers I gave above, a rug like this probably costed me $15, $20 to make, and I don't have any doubts that I could sell it for that. I'm sure more like 40, 50, even 60 if the market and moment is right. Overall, I absolutely believe there's a business opportunity here pretty much no matter where you are in the entire world. I don't know a single person in my friends of friends, I've never seen one at a party, that owns a custom rug. Nobody. It's like an untapped market. I believe relative to where we will be, we are definitely all at the beginning of this tufting wave here. The second people see them, they'll love them. So absolutely, there's a business opportunity. But more so, I want to talk about the branding opportunity. I think rugs can do tremendous things for the brand behind whatever business it is you're running, even if that is just your own personal brand. I recently made a rug for my friend Sawyer Bryce, who is just a freelance director and videographer. The rug said directed by Sawyer Bryce, and so boom, just like that, Sawyer elevated his personal brand because I don't know a single other director on earth that has a custom rug. There are also more clear examples like my clothing brand Flavor World. Selling rugs there is just a no-brainer. If I can make cool rugs, that's just going to elevate the brand. Largely the floor space of your house is untapped from branding at the moment, and that's a pretty unique thing to find in this day and age. But I'm going to throw out a few more examples to really drive the idea home. Imagine you're a real estate agent and your client just closed on their first home. If you were to do something as simple as bring them a custom welcome rug, I guarantee you they will be recommending you to all their friends. Even though you just closed on a $300 house, it's the $25 rug that gets them to recommend you to their friends. Or imagine you work in HR at an office and you bring the office break room a custom carpet that's perfectly relevant to an inside joke that's been going around. Everybody's gonna love you. You're gonna be the best HR there ever was. And being the best HR there ever was means promotion. Or imagine you're a plumber and instead of wearing knee pads, you show up with a hand-tufted rug that you unroll before you kneel down. Imagine that. Ow! See, I didn't have one. It hurt. Imagine that. You would be the coolest plumber of all time. So hopefully I've made myself clear that there is business opportunities. People want to buy these rugs, but there's also branding opportunities, not just for your business, but also your personal brand. No matter who you are, what you sell, what you do, where you work, I think that you can find a way to fit in handmade rugs to elevate whatever it is you are doing. But the bottom line is hand making rugs is awesome. So if you need to use any of this business or branding thing as an excuse to make the investment, maybe you do just that. All right, and that's all I got for you today. Be sure to check out the other Tufting 101 videos. I go much more in depth on the equipment you need, the materials you need, and some techniques and tips to make sure you are tufting your rugs properly. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial. If you did, please subscribe. I've put in a lot of time to making this happen. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the other Tufting 101 videos. Playlist link in the description.